I am serious as a heart attack about that statement.
Uh,
I spent around $2,000 on cards yesterday,
uh,
which is soft.
very nice.
Honestly, I was
Yeah.
trying to spend at least 5 times that.
Right. Right.
But also I can't buy junk. You know,
Nope. No, you can't.
so I got a pretty good lump of cards coming in with some 8, 9s, and 10s, including a really sweet Greg Maddox 87 Leaf PSA 10
Nice.
that I'm really excited about. Oh my god. Um, so I have a
Yeah.
theory about future card values of players. I
Yeah,
think
I wanted to ask you something about that in a minute, but whatever. Keep going
I
with what you're saying.
I think players that have incredulous and eye popping characteristics, like Tony Gwynn's strikeout rate, like Greg Maddox's ball strike rate, I think those guys are the ones to buy because over
Right.
time they're going to get hyped the most because of those
Of
crazy
those.
stats.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's true. They're the ones that are going to be remembered. They're the ones that are going to be talked about anytime a
yeah,
rookie is approaching a record. Anytime you're talking about which players of this generation are going to be all-time greats, you're going to go and look at, those guys to compare them to. So, yeah.
yeah, yeah, but like Ricky Henderson has eye popping stats, but I don't necessarily feel the same about him
Right.
because no player can ever duplicate what he did.
Right. Yeah.
So, Jake,
So,
yeah, that was a question from last night, Charles. We absolutely do buy collections.
oh, yes.
JustCollect.com will show you how we do it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got something nice, give us a call. All right, what is your question, Drew?
No, I was listening to John Newman show Sports Card Nation. He put out a new episode today, and I was listening to it, and he was talking about the PSA 9 explosion, and that's something that I'm actually talking about on our show this week
Yeah,
also. But I wanted to just, and not even just a PSA 9, but BGS, SGC, any of these companies, the nines across the board have exploded. Like, I mean, whether it be the top players all the way down to lower, lower end players. What do you suppose, is the cause of that big nine explosion?
they're priced out of the 10. It's like
Yeah,
FOMO. They want a card. The 10's too expensive. Oh, I'll buy the 9.
right.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, I mean, it's also, I mean, it kind of, there's a lot of, I saw a really cool post. I don't know who posted it, but it was comparing two cards without the grades, seeing if you could see which one it was. And one of them was like the 8, the other was a 5, but the 5 looks like 10 times nicer than the 8.
Well, it's always something you
um,
can't
you
see on
know,
the computer.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a lot of 9s do, Charles, but there are some that don't. Like, I can look at my 2018. That was Charles's post.
Yes, it was. As I thought it was, Charles. I was
Yeah,
looking at it. That was crazy. That was awesome. It was what I expected to see the results to be, based on what it was. But interesting.
well, I can look at these 2018 updates in this update paper, and I can see the difference between my 8s and 9s.
Mhm.
Granted, it's not always like that. Some of them you just like look at them and you head scratch.
Yeah.
One
Yep.
second, J5's calling me. Right back, guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, until he gets off the phone, I'm pulling my headphones down. Yes, it is, Nick. Optic is awesome. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yeah, Charles, there's a couple of cards that I have. Like I got this card back this week, this Devontae Graham, and I've looked at a million tens, I've looked at black labels, I've looked at everything, and I overlooked this card a million times. Could not for the life of me figure out how it wouldn't 10 and at nines. So you never really know. Sure there's something that I can't see that they look for that. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yup. Yeah. It is. Do
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you never unmuted.
Yeah,
I
never
could
unmuted. Yeah.
I could hear you.
So this Merino, I
Mhm.
thought the Merino was perfect centering when I sent it, but with the
Yeah.
frame of reference on the slab, I think not only is it off left to right, it's also off top to bottom. And I didn't see it until I had the frame of reference off the slab.
It's not good.
I knew the Lemieux was off center, but if you got a Lemieux OPG in reasonable shape, you submit it no matter what. You can hear me
Yeah.
now. I'm like the Verizon guy up in here.
Yeah, Nick, that Jackson Hayes looked beautiful. Like it looked amazing.
Jeff,
And there's
yeah,
always something. There's always something.
this Merino will be available on a Vintage Breaks product near you coming up very shortly. So yeah, that's what's going on. Anyway, specials or first off, boxes in the South. Of course, we have wax packs. If you want to ask me before you fill a wax pack, just to make sure we have it, because we are line jumping today. We are absolutely line jumping in the South today.
Line jumping.
Because I only have like 15 packs to fill from the North
Mhm.
inventory.
All right.
So boxes in the South, 2019 Contenders basketball fat packs.
There's one killer box.
2019 Optic basketball retail. 2018 Optic basketball retail. That's probably the box
There
we're
it
talking
is.
about. Yeah.
There it is.
Luca.
Yeah.
2019 Prism basketball blasters. 2019 Prism basketball retail. 2019 Revolution. And baseball triple threads and Bowman Heritage. Football passing the torch. Hockey trilogy and SP game use.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah, dude, I love that. I love that. First, I like that first year optic just because it is the first year, so a lot of players' cards are collectible, well beyond Luca's. LeBron's huge in that set. But even with the rookies, you got Devontae Graham, Lonnie Walker, a lot of really really good players. Trae Young.
Yeah.
Uh,
Trilogy hockey is on the website.
I agree.
I have 3 boxes. It is great, but
Yes, it is.
it's got Wayne Gretzky and two nobodies on the
Yeah.
specials. $5. The $5 bonus. It runs 12 to 4. It is a Vladimir Guerrero complete set PSA 10, the fielding variation. This was, if you're familiar with the Target set,
Mm-hmm.
2019 Joseph, if you want to go with Prism, get in this Prism Blaster or this Prism Retail. That's good gambles. So the $5 bonus is this 2019 Topps complete set Vladimir Guerrero Jr. fielding. So in the Target retail sets, the green box, there was 2 things special. There was a there's a refractor in the back, and there was this sleeve of 5 card which had Alonso, Tatis, Jimenez, Kikuchi, and Guerrero. I love saying Kikuchi. And this is the Vlad from that pack, and this is a PSA 10. The Vlad was on front. So the Vlad's a tougher grade because, it got mangled in the front a lot of times.
Yep.
So, but this is a Vlad PSA 10 from those. The $25 bonus is 3 cards. It's a Vlad no number. It's PSA 8. This is really tough because I have no clue why this card PSA 8'd, by the way. Like, it drives me nuts. I'm looking at this card, and there's absolutely no reason why I see that it should have got a PSA 8. Like, I really don't see it. But it's a PSA 8. Yes, Prism Blaster basketball.
Yeah. That's what I would. That optic Prism Blasters.
So it's PSA 8. Why? I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
But it was a late insertion into packs. It's considered his best variation, if you will, a best widely available, kind of like the Acuna Bat Down. Second prize we have a Tatis Holiday 8, which once again I don't know what they're smoking.
Yeah.
Like
it was just quotas. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We have a Riley 9 right behind it. So there's 3 cards in that one. Also, we have the specials left over from the North. They are the more high-end specials. We have a 100 at 100 with a 1953 Duke Snider Bowman color at a SGC 70. The 100 at 150 with a $250 break credit, and 2 through 25 all get a rack pack of 84 Topps baseball. Then we have one that Leighton put up last night, an incredible $200 one. First prize is an 86 Fleer Karl Malone PSA 8. That's the mailman rookie. Second prize is a really sweet 87 Michael Jordan sticker, which we will grade with SGC on the house for you. And the third prize is a 33 Gaudy Heine Manouche.
Nice. Yeah, Sean, I agree with you. I think NASCAR is one of the safer ones. I actually have a friend who works, he lives about 20 minutes from here, and he works pit crew for the Truck Series. And they actually still have no idea how they're actually going to be doing that, what regulations they have. They have not told them anything. So a lot of those people still have no clue how they're doing that in terms of the pit crew.
Yes, we are going to be doing it $10 from last night from the loft. I do have that list, and we're going to be doing it. So, the list on the left is boxes in the South, and that is, as Arturo asked, that is the boxes I have. I still have wax packs. Where are those Contenders Fat Bag? Let me see if they're on the site. They might have sold out and not got relisted. They did not get relisted. So let me put those Contenders Fat Packs back up.
Okay. Good call, Mr. Rodriguez. Thank you.
And my eyes are still giving me a little bit of a problem.
Dude, I can't. My allergies are killing me. We've got weird weather here right now. I'm sure you guys did too. Here, Dan, I'll show you.
Contenders Fat Packs are back on the site if you refresh.
Bye-bye.
What?
No, I was saying bye-bye to somebody. We had a fun little user in here.
Hey, what up, Maria? Who are you? Smell my poo. That's actually pretty awesome.
I know. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, props to that person for at least being funny.
Yeah, at least trying.
Yeah. Vintage moms.
Yeah.
I do have man boobs. Can't make fun
I am a single dad, so
yeah,
I mean,
if you can't make fun of yourself, what good are you?
Yeah, right.
Oh man. Vintage Moms. That's the new name. That's the new name of the channel, by the way.
Yeah, it is. What's up, real sci-fi fan?
I've changed the bottom bar to say Vintage Moms.
Why not? All right, so lots of basketball. I really want to see that optic, the Luca year optic. It's fun.
Yeah,
What's
probably
the
would be.
corner deal? What's the corner deal Leighton was talking about in the loft last night, trying to get that marine?
Cornerstones. So I'm not really ready on those. I hope to be ready
Yeah.
on those sometime in this broadcast.
Yes.
Basically, I did the back end work, and Leighton's like examining it, making sure it makes sense, and hopefully he'll approve it. Sometime. You know, but that's a Leighton thing.
Yeah.
Leighton is as Leighton does.
Well, Mr. Mattiasi needs to be dipped.
Needs to
Dip.
be dipped. The cornerstone, yeah, it's possible is a mixer. So, for example, Jeff, we would do instead of 15 spots for 84 tops, we would do 16 spots with the merino costed in. The merino would be spot 1, 2 through 16 are the cards in the pack.
That's cool. I like that.
Nice. Well, let me get to dipping, people. It sounds like we got some
Yeah,
dippage.
that's what it
We're
does.
about to have some bustage.
Good.
Like, either way, we're going to have some bustage.
That's good.
Because I've got to get through the queue. J5 just told me, hey, if you get through what you got, we're pretty much caught up.
Hey, there you go.
So, looking forward to that.
Oh my god, I agree with the mosaic. The color variations drove me crazy. They were so hard to tell. They had like the regulars and then like the pink camos or whatever. It was so hard to tell if it was like if it was a red and blue parallel. If it was they were some of them drove me crazy.
Nick
But
Mattiasi.
the actual plain silvers in mosaic look amazing.
Nick Mattiasi got me doing math.
Ha. Why?
Because I got to add up his cart. Nice. He dipped intelligently. Nick Mattiasi gets into literally everything.
There you go. That is dipping intelligently. So did you watch the Parks and Recreation special? Did you see it?
I have not seen it.
It was pretty funny. They didn't treat yourself, so I was sad. But
They should have treated yourself.
I know. But it was pretty funny. There's a new Psych movie, so I'm excited. Except for it's coming out on yet another streaming service that's about to pop. Gonna have to subscribe to like 80.
What is it?
Peacock.
What
I guess it's NBC or whatever's new instant platform that they're doing.
the pass?
Yeah, exactly.
Nick Mattiasi was forced. No, he's got 8 spots in my 25.
There you go.
He's in the 200.
Monty. Bye bye, little Sebastian. Agreed.
Dang, Nick got no chill today.
Yeah. No. No chill.
No chill at all.
No chill.
Daniel.
Yeah, he's buying contenders, fat packs.
But he gets
Chase-
a dip.
Chasing some emeralds.
Those are hard chases, man. But I feel
They
you.
are.
I feel
They
you.
are.
I respect the struggle.
Me too. Then you get those crazy boxes. Like I always think back to that one we had that just kept popping out like two autos and like a couple numbered cards.
Yep.
Yeah, weird boxes. I like them.
So Daniel, I'm gonna upgrade that to 60. So that's gonna get you 2 spots in the 25. Who else? Justin Barnard. Whoa, Justin Barnard.
Bang bang.
Bang, bang, Justin Barnard.
That's what it seems like, Sean. Like it really frustrated me when I saw that it was coming out on yet another new streaming platform. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, I'm not. Like, I mean, I'll wait until I'll watch it ripped. I'll watch it lower quality, ripped somewhere. Like, I'm not gonna, not paying for it at least. If I can get a week trial so I can watch the movie once, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I refuse. I'm not paying for another one.
No, I'm not. I won't do it. I'll just watch Better Call Saul and other good shows that are already out. Which that ending to Better Call Saul this season was one of the best episodes of that show or Breaking Bad ever. It was amazing. Yeah, so am I. They're all jumping out. It probably would have come out sooner, but all this stuff probably put a little delay into it. I'm sure if they could get it out now, they would. But it's supposed to come out really soon. Yes, it is, Justin B. It is awesome.
I believe I got you all dipped.
There you go.
93 Topps first series. Let's see if I have that.
Mm-hmm.
Front of the line,
Front.
I think I do. I have it, but it's spoken for already. And oh no, it's not spoken for.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start off with that. It filled in the show.
Cool.
So we are going to start off with a first off the line. Joshua Yeager closed it.
No, Ray. Grading with SGC absolutely does not devalue your cards. There's a very big reason. There's some people on YouTube and places like that are saying that, and that's because they have a massive vested interest in keeping the premiums that other grading services, we don't have to mention names, it could be any, you can take your pick, whichever one they choose to promote. It's probably the one it is, but they've got their reasonings. There's
well, I mean, they are correct when they say SGC sells for less. However, that gap is
devaluing cards is a lot different than selling for less.
Yeah, I don't understand how they would devalue. I mean, you still have the card.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's an incredibly dumb
You
statement.
just send it to PSA.
Yeah, I mean, like that's a ridiculously dumb statement if any YouTuber is saying that. It's a very big difference to say it sells for less, and that gap is closing tremendously.
Yeah. Welcome to Vintage Moms.
Yeah.
All things needed for Vintage Moms. Vintage breaks for Vintage Moms.
Sounds like a show on Bravo.
We are completely off the rail. We never had any semblance of being on the rails in the first place.
No.
Nope, not in the South, baby. You want that? Go to J5.
Nope. Yep. Woo loo loo.
We are the slapstick comedy equivalent to the North is drama.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
North is a serious, like, cop drama, med drama. We're
Yeah.
Scrubs.
Yes. Yeah. That was a good show. I used to love Scrubs.
I mean, that has two meanings. We're also a guy who can't get no love, hanging out the passenger side.
Yeah, now Daniel, SGC is a much newer company, obviously, and didn't have, the backing of, PSA before they were grading cards were huge in grading coins. Beckett, obviously, when their grading came out, they'd already established themselves in the hobby in other ways. SGC has been making their mark for a long time, and they've got an incredibly good product. I use it like crazy. A lot of that has to do with turnaround times. And I don't feel like waiting that long and having so much stuff tied up for so long and having it up in the air for so long. It comes down to preference. But if you look at, now it's not true for every card, but that's never going to be the case. Like PSA was never better, quote unquote, than BGS on every single card across the board. There's always been cards that grade better with other companies. Like a lot of people seem to think SGC's perfect at pre-war. And there's a lot of people that will say that they are absolutely number one, but that's the only thing they would want them to grade. Everyone has their different opinions. But you're seeing the premium, so to speak, on SGC 10s compared to PSA 10s and PSA 9s. You're seeing that gap close tremendously across the board. And they're getting a lot more submissions. Even before all of this happened and PSA reported that they had 1 million plus in the backlog, they were already logging 2 consecutive months of record submissions. This just upped it by about probably 200%, but they were growing at a pretty rapid rate since the National.
SGC is by far the strictest of the three.
100%. Now that is absolutely true. And I think in time you are going to see SGC 10s and especially the gold labels, which are very hard to get. You're going to see those command a lot of value, especially as you see. I mean, you're seeing, if you go online, there's a couple of very big rooms now where you can see some modern cards that 6 months ago, never in a million years would have been slabbed by SGC, that are getting submitted on a weekly basis now. So, I mean, it's definitely shifting a little bit now. Where that goes, how long that lasts, and everything is going to be up to them. That's going to be up to SGC. That's going to be up to PS. That's going to be up to all the companies. I mean, anybody can improve the process, and hopefully some of the other companies can catch up. I would love to see collectors, 6 months down the line. I want to see when there's a lot more SGC cards on the market, what it is, because right now they've got a ton of submissions, but a lot of them still aren't back yet. And so a lot of stuff to still hit the market. Yeah, I agree, Steven. Pre-war SGC, they're the way to go. I think they look the best too.
That black insert is really good.
Yeah. On vintage cards, it's amazing. Vintage and chrome cards, I love it.
So in all that, I rolled out a pack, 1993 Topps Baseball. I didn't want to interrupt you, but
no, you're fine.
We still got it on the list.
Sweet.
We still got it up, and here we go. We've randomed it, and I'm putting the names in the system.
My grading rant is over.
I knew you'd rant.
I knew I would too. It's all right. I got to do it tomorrow morning too. Sure, we'll talk about the same thing.
Without further ado, love that word.
Yeah.
I don't like Mosaic either. It's retail alone.
Yeah.
No hobby counterpart. It's just Bowman Platinum.
Yep. It is.
Trilogy Hockey Box 7. I'll see if they pulled that, Nolan. Greg Maddux on the back, one of my favorite players of all time. Yoink. Mark Gardner. Well, let me get those cards on camera a little better. No DNT going on here, man. Here we have a Brandon Cooks, number to 99. Mark Gardner. 2 is Butch Henry.
No, Steven, it definitely won't. I mean, it never has. It's been out for. I mean, they kind of tried to switch it up this year, but they didn't really. They just
3
kind of tweaked the background.
brought to you by the McDonald's Corporation, Travis Fryman.
Yummy.
He's a fry man.
Mm.
Da, 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 da. Tony Phillips. At card 5, we have a power hitter who will always be known for a bloop single up the middle. Luis Gonzalez. You remember that Diamondbacks World Series team?
Yep. I do.
Our gold is not Derek Jeter, unfortunately. It is Jeff Montgomery. Flea Market Montgomery is just like a mini mall.
Yeah.
If you follow memes like I do, you know that instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Pasqua at 7. Everyone I hope has good luck. Me too.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you want them to distance a little bit in NASCAR, right? Trading paint. I'm not a NASCAR fan at all. I think NASCAR is boring. What's up, Noah?
Right there with you, man. I don't get it. I mean, I'll admit it. I watch it, and I'm one of those people that I kind of do, but I've never had the desire really to.
And they're like, you don't understand the dynamics of it being a team sport. Well, I kind of do, but I also don't sit at like, Mr. Tire over here and watch him change out the tires, Man, they got that tire change done in 32 seconds. No, I just don't.
I live like about 3 miles from like one of the most legendary NASCAR tracks in the world, and I still have zero desire.
What's up, Big John? Big John, you got a card coming up. It could be a Jeter. We don't know yet. 12 is Brent Maine, brother of Kenny Mayne.
Kenny Mayne.
Not Ken Deguchi Mayne.
No?
No. Steve Sachs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not Ken Deguchi Mayne. It's even spelled differently. Steve Sachs. What up, sneaker lover?
What'd you call me?
Sneaker lover. You're an undercover lover who likes to sneak. Roger McDowell. That sounds like the start of a good 80s rock song, right?
It does.
Monty, I sold all my 9s to Leighton, and I regret it. I had like 5 Jeter Gold 9s, and Leighton said, hey, I want those for mixers. And I was like, done. Crap.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean, the live ones were cool. When they don't run at the track here, I live right near like the Wilkes Motor Speedway in Wilkesboro, which is where it like kind of started. But
I'll go watch live, but it's because of the spectacle.
Yeah, exactly. No, live it is fun, but they don't do the races
but it's
here
because
anymore.
of the people.
Yeah, right, Brian. No, I mean I've got friends. Like I said, a very good friend of mine works pit crew for the Truck Series. Got a lot of friends that are hardcore into it. Val, a good friend of mine and business partner. Yeah. It's one of the biggest NASCAR collectors around. But
Woodstock ain't got nothing on a Talladega infield, let me tell you. I grew up in Oxford, Anniston, Alabama, which is like 10 miles from the Talladega track.
Yeah.
And when they would come to town, you could forget leaving your house.
Mm-hmm.
They would fill up the town.
Yep. That's how it is in Charlotte and around the. That's how it's gonna be around this whole area for about a month. It seems like everyone's just gonna get settled in and race everywhere in Charlotte.
I have another product I forgot about.
What's that?
I have that Clearly Authentic case break.
Sweet.
That would be sweet if we could somehow pull off that Clearly Authentic case break.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Whoa.
You know what I just love? When a thread comes up in your sports card group. This is not sports card related, but...
Yeah, right.
Well, how about don't post it here?
Yeah. I remember when that happened when Earnhardt passed. I was playing golf. Because I remember when we got off the 18th tee and everybody was talking about it and we were going to get drinks.
Still have a deep hatred for walls.
Right. This is at Kiowa Island playing golf then, I think. Or Charleston.
Alright, I'm going to make a deal with you. I got a stack of cards here. We're going to use these cards for fills. I'm going to shuffle them after every purchase. I'm going to show you what's in there, but I'm going to shuffle them after every purchase. What we're going to do, next person that fills is going to get, John, I think it's 95, but each spot gets a whole box. So here we go. I'm going to shuffle these cards up. We have a Steve Largent 78, an 87 Jerry Rice, a 83 Joe Montana, 87 Chris Everett rookie. Sorry, Jim Everett, don't punch me, bro. Charlie Joyner 72. I have to look at the years because I'm bad. A 79 Steve Largent, an Ozzie Newsome rookie. That's probably the best card in here. Joe Theismann in a 78. Peter Stasny in a 88-89. Doug Gilmore in an 88-89. I think it's 88-89. And a Franco Harris in a 81. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to shuffle this stack gently. Gently. And we are going to give the top card. I'm not going to show you what the top card is. But everybody that fills will get the card off the top. I'm going to put them just off screen right here. You can see the top card is not the Peter Stasny. But here we go. Next person to fill gets a card. What's going on, Caleb?
What's up, Caleb?
If you fill a pack, in addition to everything else, you get one of those.
Sweet.
Swing. Tent pole. So here we go. I want to show you guys something. You might notice this box has SGC's name on it. So this is something cool I got in the mail from the Topps Company. As you know, I'm one of the elite, right? When they go be elite, they're talking about me, right? So here we go. This is the newest 582 Montgomery set. This was mine. My autograph was Mike Yastrzemski.
Nice.
Not bad. But these cards are really cool. I dig these. They're like throwback.
I think they're all.
Like, that says 1960s, 1970 to me.
Yep.
And these three are going in my grading submission. Bo Bichette, Jordan Alvarez, and Gavin Lux.
Yeah.
And they look good to me. We'll see what SGC says.
Yep. No, those are cool.
So.
I like those a lot.
But I have the rest of the set, too. So the rest of the set, without those 4 cards, is going to be given away card by card in the South. Just, as a little fun thing for people that do tasks. So the rest of the card are Aquino, Captain Crunch Barrios, Garrett Cole in a Yankees jersey.
Nice.
Good classic looking King Griffey Jr., Vlad Guerrero Sr., Eloy, Dustin May, Baseball Sideshow Bob Award winner. Brennan McKay, which is one I thought about grading because I think a lot about Brennan McKay, but here he is. Austin Riley, Gary Sanchez, overrated as crap. Max Scherzer, Nick Senzel, Thor, Mike Trout, he's all right.
I've never heard of him before.
Jordan Yamamoto and Mike Yastrzemski. We're both Sports Experts.
Yeah.
We
both.
are VintageBreaks.com. Like me specifically, I'm more of a dealer. I do have a small collection that I keep for myself. Drew is a collector and bloggist / news guy for the sports car hobby. He runs the Let Me Get That Potograph podcast along with us. Drew's Drew's got a show for pretty much all people. If you name it, he's got it, Gary Sanchez is overrated. The guy is a liability behind the plate, and he's not going to stick back there very long. Yeah. So that's what's going on. What did I correct? Stephen Conrad had to correct me 4 times yesterday. It was so annoying. I'm a guy that hates being wrong, by the way. I hate it. And if I'm wrong, I will twist it to make myself right. I'm sorry. It's a personality flaw. I know it. But it's just what I do, It's my mental illness. Don't judge me. Well, you can judge me if you want. I don't really care. But yeah. Hey, Jim. Wise number 3.
Yeah.
We got them wises up in here. We get loud with them wises.
Get loud.
How you gonna act like I don't get loud? How you gonna act like I don't rock crowds? You didn't. I busted out some Ludacris on you. I'm from ATL. I can do that.
Yeah, you can.
If you are from the ATL, you are literally obligated to know something from Ludacris and something from Outkast.
Agreed.
Outkast is way more important than Ludacris.
Yeah.
Why don't you beep at me, computer? I can't and Killer Mike's getting up there too here locally, but I can't tell you how important Outkast is to culture here in the city.
Yes. Not only the city absolutely, but Outkast just in general, man.
Yeah. I mean, Big Boy could run for mayor. Watch out, Keisha Lance Bottoms. He's coming for you. Yeah, our mayor's name is Keisha Lance Bottoms. I, at first, thought she was going to be horrendous, but she's been all right. I mean, as good as any mayor, I mean, let's face it, it's a thankless, hard job.
Yeah.
I just broke the rules. Oh, by the way, when Conrad corrects me, I am salty.
Salty. Definition.
Salty.
Bitter. Tasting.
All right. John Wayans says he closed the box. He closed. Where's that mail? 2020 collegiate. Oh, man, I don't have that here. They have that up north. You still get the top rip. The top rip is Steve Largent in a 1978 Topps.
Sweet.
Big John with the Steve Largent for closing that Prism Draft Picks Collegiate.
Nice. Very nice.
Thank you, Big Bad John. John the Revelator. Like, I'm out of that, and am out of that for the foreseeable future. Boxes went nuts.
Yeah.
Like, I
They
don't
did.
know, maybe somebody told you.
Yeah. Maybe. Whoops. My bad. Okay. Here we go. I can't hear you anymore, Chris.
You can't?
There, now I can. That was weird.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be why then. 1985 Topps Hockey Pack 106. Let's see. Chris, do you have any idea?
85 Topps Hockey Pack 106.
I didn't know if that was something in your.
If you have something pending, according to John, it will be broken today. We are going to be 100% caught up at the close of business. That's
Nice.
not one I have.
Yeah.
But we're going to be 100% finished, complete, finito, caught up at the close of business. But here we go. 1986 Topps Football Wax Pack 178. I rolled a 4. Yeah, Mike, if you want to email Sam at vintagebreaks.com, he can give you a clearer definition of that because he controls what gets broke when. So if you say, hey, I've been waiting a long time, can you maybe bump that? Maybe he can help you. Tell him I sent you. That won't make a difference, but I like sending Sam work. So